Okay. We were discussing that how Krishna is giving the knowledge that we are that for that first argument, compassion. Arjuna told, because of compassion, I cannot fight. That was the first argument. Krishna is giving that, refuting that argument. Your compassion is only for the body. We are not the body, we are soul. Just to give that knowledge that how we are not body, we are soul, he is giving answer in 20 slokas. That's what we are discussing one after other, one after other. So last class we discussed how the body will go through the changes, but soul never goes through the changes. And we have seen the size of the soul, how the soul is very minute, body is very big. So today we will discuss from the verse number 21. So you can repeat after me. Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam ajamavyayam katam sa purusha partha kam gatayati hantikam. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? So the soul is, here it is said the soul is permanent. So the soul cannot be destroyed. There is no weapon to destroy the soul. In this further sloka, we can see through what all weapons we cannot destroy the soul, because there is no weapon. Are there any weapon to kill Corona? Something like gun? No, we cannot see only first of all. Like the soul cannot be seen. How you can kill it? And it is, that's why it is told it is permanent, because it doesn't have death. Expiry date. Sharir ke liye hai na expiry date. We born with the expiry date. Anything you product you take, there is expiry date. But soul doesn't have. And it is said soul never takes birth. Then how it will die? Body takes birth and body will die. Soul is not taking birth, then how you can expect that it will die? And immutable means, anybody knows what is immutable? Immutable means changeable. Immutable means no change. Mutable means changeable. Immutable means आपको है physics में भी आते mutable. So it doesn't change. What it means, it doesn't change means अभी शरीर changes मतलब क्या है? कुछ बदल शरीर बदल रहे हैं ना, अब छोटे हैं बड़े हैं. हमने देखा था 2.13 में दे यूनिवर्स में आता है how the body is changing from one stage to another stage, but soul doesn't change. Soul is always the same size. I don't know, soul बढ़ते जा रहे. Soul size is we saw already. What is, anybody remember the soul size of the soul? We saw the size of the soul discussed. You take the tip of the hair, cut into 100 pieces, and then from that one piece you take again cut into 100 pieces. Almost we cannot see. Such a minute particle, the soul. But the soul has that much strength. Even elephant also has the same soul. Ants also has the same soul. But the amazing thing is, according to the body, it gets that strength. Ants has very less strength. Elephant has so much strength. It is not that soul is, the size is getting bigger. No, soul size is same only. For elephant also, for what do you call it, big face, Timingala fish. For that also the same soul only. So here there is utility for everything. Like how to use the human body we saw last week. Little more big description we saw. Similarly, violence also has the utility. How to use the violence. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. You are a Satriya. You can use the violence for what? Protecting the, for what? Protecting the dharma. आप क्या बोले? Maintaining peace. Like police. They have to take violence on thief or person who break the law to maintain peace in society. Similarly, the violence also has the utility, but one should know how to use. Arjuna is telling this is violence. Like police is telling no no मारेंगे उनको दुखता है छोड़ दो उनको क्या पैसा नहीं इसलिए थोड़ा चोरी कर दिया है. So then what kind of police you are? That's what same thing Arjuna is telling. And we saw one good example that if the lawmaker is telling, then you can break it. Lawmaker is who? Krishna. Like sometimes signal, we saw this example. The red light will be on. Everyone will be standing. And then red light will never turn to green. So the police will tell you can go. Please go ahead. There is some problem. You can go ahead. He's telling, no, no, red light. The same thing, Arjuna is Krishna is telling you fight. No, no. Fight is violence. I will not fight. Same thing here. The lawmaker is telling, what is the problem? Why are you thinking so much? I will get sinful activity. I will not get enjoyment. Sometimes it is said, Prabhupada writes this example. Judge, he will give judgment in court. So he will give death sentence to someone. Is it he is going to get sin because of that? For that sentence? Like this person has done some criminal activity. That's why you understood? क्या बोल रहा हूँ? He should be hanged or he should suffer 10 years in jail. So will the judge is going to get sinful activity for that? I'm asking. Why? Yeah, it is his dharma. It is his duty. Same what Arjuna's duty is to fight. Krishna is telling in different angle why you are not fighting. For that, so many explanation Krishna has to give. Like it is said, when a person does some murder, and in those days, Vedic time, the murder has to be killed by hanging or some way or other way. He has to be killed. By this, he will be relieved from the sinful activity what he committed. It is given in Manu Samhita. Manu Samhita is given by Manu. The Manu name came from Manu, we came, means Manushya. So he has written the law for Manushya. So there it is written. So that's why the king, in one sense, you see, he is giving judgment to relieve him from the sinful activity. Otherwise, in next birth, he has to get that sin again. At least he will be relieved now. He is going to get new body. There he will be relieved of that sins. So that is one way he is helping him. He is going to get benefit only. So hence, Krishna is not telling violence here. Arjuna is thinking, I am doing violence. Just to clarify that this many example. In one sense, people will say ना, see अर्जुन बहुत अच्छा आदमी है. वो बोल रहे मुझे राज्य जरूरत नहीं. मैं युद्ध नहीं करूंगा. अच्छा आदमी है. He's good ना. He's very detached. But Krishna, you see, he is instigating. वो पीछे से दबा रहे. लड़ाई करने के लिए. It appears like Krishna is bad person. So that's why this background. Why? How Krishna is telling good thing only and it is proper. Because according to law. Even in law also there are different level is there. So what Krishna is telling that is always highest. And we think this is correct. Sometimes it appears na ye jo bola ye galti hai. As if we know everything we think. There is law also like different level it is there. So for protecting dharma, this so-called violence has to be performed. So-called violence, so-called means नाम के लिए violence बोलते, but violence नहीं है actually. This is like the surgeon is going to do surgery. It is not killing the person. It is to protect the person. Okay. Actually, this another sloka is there. It's covered. So this sloka is telling that how this within us, Atma also there, Paramatma also there. Like this, in a tree, two parrot is sitting. So soul and super soul. What soul is doing? He is eating the fruit, enjoying. Can you open the sloka and read? Sloka number 22. Ya vasanchi jirnani yata vihaya navani granati naro aparani tata sarirani vihaya jirnani Anyani samyati navani dehi. Can you read translation? Yeah. It is telling about incarnation. Reincarnation, आप सुना रहेंगे ना पुनर्जन्म. This shloka is telling about that. Like you are wearing a shirt. Once it becomes old and torn, what you will do? You'll remove it and throw it, take new one. Similarly, this body also, the soul also accepts new body. Once the body become old, and then it accepts new body. Visa internal reincarnation. Anybody remembered what is internal reincarnation? Yeah. Boy, then adult, then it will become man or woman, then old man or old woman, then die. That is internal reincarnation. So when the body goes to the stage of old, after that there is no more changes, mutation. Then that is called death. So until the soul survives, that is the body is alive. As soon as the soul comes out, that is dead. So then what happened to the soul? The soul is eternal. The soul will get next to body. So here the question comes, why the soul is changing the body? Can anyone give any answer? The In order to get the reaction, you have to get some, there should be some environment. Like I killed a goat for my enjoyment. Then I will get a goat body. You also has to get same pain. So that's how we change the body one after other, one after other. Just to fulfill our either desire or to suffer. We get the body. But the human body is the very, very glorious because from this state we can stop the birth, future birth. That's why it has to be utilized properly. And the other thing, once we enter into new body, you forget about the old, all the things, all the old things. So it is something given. Two parrots are sitting in a tree. One parrot is eating fruit. Other parrot is just watching. So this parrot eats the fruit for a while. After it will, both the parrot goes to another tree. Again, it will enjoy. So this is given in Upanishad. So it is something like this tree. The parrot is going and sitting. The tree is like a body. Parrot is like a soul. So it is in this body, the soul is enjoying something or suffering something. Like sometimes you have to, the parrot sit in Karela tree also. It has to eat Karela fruit then. So Karela is very, that is called sin. Sometimes you eat mango fruit, that is payas. So like this soul changes from one tree to another. The parrot changes from one tree to another tree. Means accepting, going to another tree is accepting another body. Similarly, the soul also goes to some animal body, like pig's body. What the pig has to eat, it has to suffer. And the human body, one can enjoy. Even in human body also, people are suffering. They don't have anything to eat. So different karma they have committed. For that reaction is coming. And here, although that both the souls are there, the super soul, that another one soul is enjoying, that is we. Another soul is just victimizing, witnessing, watching, noting down what all you are doing. हम बोलते ना कोई नहीं देख रहे, so I can steal it. कोई नहीं देख रहे, but अंदर से आत्मा सब नोट is noting. We cannot escape from Lord. Never ever. We cannot, even you can go in dark also. You can still, Lord knows. Before we think, only Lord knows what this rascal is going to do. What I am going to do, commit mistake, Lord knows. So he is. So this another Lord is always master. Although both are friend, like Krishna and Arjuna was friend, but Arjuna accepted Krishna as master. Always that stage will be there. He is master only. So the problem why we are changing body, another point is mentioned here is we have forgot that master is there. That who is Krishna we have forgot. And then we are thinking, I am everything. I don't need any master. I am trying to enjoy here. So it is like one should know who am I first. Who am I? We are soul. So from where that soul came? From Lord. So who is Lord? Krishna. Then how to make relationship between me and Krishna? That one should know. That is through bhakti is there. And how to establish that relationship? That is the another thing. So by practicing this, one can stop the birth, old age, is that the incarnation, that punarjanma is there, na, that we can stop. So now the question will come, soul, soul, Krishna is telling how we can understand the presence of the soul. Some slide we will see for that. So this is one example. So this is given a person died and he is in that coffin. When a person dies, we say he has passed away. I already discussed this example. So actually that body is lying there only. Why we are telling he has passed away? So what has passed is soul. You can see here. Actually the soul has passed away. Another example. It is without soul, the body doesn't have any consciousness. Like if someone pinches us, we will get pain. But post-mortem, we can see they will cut him. He doesn't get any pain. So like this, the consciousness is because of the presence of the soul. Like there is camera is there, your eyes are there. Camera is shooting something, your eyes also watching something. So what is the difference between camera and yourself? Here you can read and tell.
Feelings.
Yeah, feelings. Very good. Camera cannot feel. Now you are catching some funny video is going on. Camera doesn't laugh, but you can laugh or you can cry according to that what video what you are watching. So the feeling is there only because of the presence of the soul. Means it's trying to say that body is just a chemical. Because of the soul, the body is reacting many different ways. Okay, next one. You know about this NDE? There is a study, near death experience, or OBE, out of body experience. Actually, this is a study. Even doctors are proved that if you want, you can research where it is said the soul has come out and the doctor has concluded the person has died, and after some time he came into alive. They say medical miracle. It's God's miracle actually. They don't know. They say medical miracle. So this about this you can if you want you can Google and so many books has been written. So what has come out is soul. Actually, once what happened, some doctors were in ICU. There was one patients and they were doing treatment, and they confirmed he has died. And then they were discussing about some golf from game. Then that person came into alive, and then he was chastising doctors. What you people are in under inside ICU? You are talking about golf game. So how do you know? They said. Then they told, like a person is floating, right? That is soul. So he told that I have seen myself that I am floating. Means he thought I am this body, so he's telling myself. So actually the soul came out and the soul saw everything. There are so many things like that it is there. And there are so many books has been written for this. This many books are there. He's Ein Stevenson. He's a psychiatrist. So he has found so many cases on reincarnation. And he has proven also. Some cases we will see also here. So it is given that, say about for reincarnation, so many books are there. So reincarnation means people, they have remembered their previous life. Some cases it happens. Just a lot to make us understand the soul is existing. In further sloka, we can see how the soul cannot be seen, then what should be done, how to understand, that all will be given there. Like, see, the old person is dying and he is coming as a small child again. It is not that a person whoever dies, he will get human body only. Just an example, it is. There is one book is there, Srila Prabhupada written, Coming Back. The book name, this same photo will be there. You can read that book. This reincarnation research. You know, phobia? What do you, phobia means what? हाँ, क्यों? पानी में क्यों डर है? Actually, it is said in scripture, previous life he might have died. That experience has been. कुछ लोग देखो खून देखेंगे चक्कर आके गिर जाएंगे. अंदर रखता हूँ पानी. So खून देके वो कुछ लोगों को चक्कर हो जाते हैं, मालूम है. देखे हमारे एक, मैं उदाहरण बोलता हूँ अभी. एक हमारे एक भक्त को एक डेंगू फीवर आ गया था. सो उनको बहुत मुश्किल हो गया बोल के उनको हॉस्पिटल लेके गए और एक दोस्त उनके साथ गया था. सो उनको उठा के लेके गया, आराम से आ जाओ. थोड़ा उनको बहुत वीकनेस था. उनका लगा कोई रहेंगे, अच्छा रहेगा मेरे साथ. सो इनको लेके गया, उधर जाके ब्लड टेस्ट करते. तो ब्लड टेस्ट इनको कर रहा था, उन्होंने लेके आया ना, उनके चक्कर होके गिर गया. वो ने बोला था, अरे आप मुझे संभालने के लिए आया था, मैं आपको उठा के लेके चला. Something because people they have fear for many things. Like somebody does fearful, like this is water. They might have died in their previous life by swimming, or someone they might have carried away by water. Maybe reason. Somebody knife, like they might have killed. So knife they will be having some kind of discomfort. And this is reincarnation. One more research said this. You have seen the twins. Everything will be same. Hair, eyes, color, all the limbs, senses look similar, but their behavior will be different. Although this both the children came from same mother, but why the difference behavior? Maybe one child will be stealing also. We have seen one child will be very naughty, one will be very sadhu, sattvic. The reason is soul is different. So this is one research. One you saw this right already. The fire this he was working in Air Force in his previous life, and he died in a crash, then some war. And in his next life, he remembered as a small child, before the what do you call that jet take off, there should be some testing has to be done whether this everything is proper. And the small child knows that. You can see this video. Struck ho gaya.
They have the same name and boyish good looks. James M. Houston, raised in the Midwest. James M. Leininger, a young boy from the Bayou.
Whoa! There's something in the eyes. It's undeniable.
That's not all they share.
Somehow James Houston's spirit has affected my son, either through reincarnation. I don't know how it happened.
I can beat the Japanese easy as pie.
Initially, what caught my attention was James's extreme fascination with airplanes.
And every night he slept with his G.I. Joe action figures, which he named.
I took him to the Kavanaugh Flight Museum.
Here's home video. While the other kids casually look at the plane, 2-year-old James seems to inspect it. Watch as he checks the underbelly, then climbs inside, donning the headset.
The pilot put him on?
I said, oh, look, there's a bomb on the bottom. He said, that's not a bomb, that's a drop tank.
Bouncing about in the cockpit, James was flying high. That night, their world would change forever.
He started having the nightmares, and that was my first indication that there was something wrong. It was a panic-stricken, terrorized screaming.
Over and over again, James had the same terrible nightmare, 4 to 5 times a week. He was too young to explain the dream, but he could draw.
Bombing ships, you see men parachuting. Here's another one where planes are dropping bombs.
Help me.
He would just be crying. He'd say, airplane crash on fire, little man can't get out. He laid on his back and kicked up at the ceiling, and he goes, Mama, the little man's going like this. And he laid on his back and kicked his feet up. The little man's going, ooh, 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 can't get out. And I said, well, who's the little man, baby? And he goes, me. I thought Bruce and I were just gonna faint.
They questioned, what kind of plane?
Corsair.
Why did your airplane crash?
My plane was shot down.
Who shot your plane?
He looked at me like I was a village idiot. He said,
The Japanese. I kept thinking, where is he getting this? I was a stay-at-home mom, so I know that there wasn't anything that he was being exposed to.
Not exposed to in this life, but perhaps Just maybe somebody else was. Decades earlier, James Houston grew up with the same insatiable fascination with airplanes. He became a naval fighter pilot and fought in World War II. March 3rd, 1945, during a mission near Iwo Jima, he took a direct hit. At age 21, was declared missing and presumed dead.
Where did he take off from a boat?
Do you remember the name of your boat? He said Natoma.
Found several thousand hits on the word Natoma.
The USS Natoma Bay launched into battle, headed for Iwo Jima in the fight for Lady Gulf.
It's the biggest naval battle in the history of the world.
Leo Pyatt served on the ship. From his home in Ohio, he organizes the Natoma Bay reunions. That's how Bruce found him.
I wanted to disprove it.
He asked a few questions about, did I know some of the people? Oh, yeah, I remember those people. And so he got very quiet.
It was all real. The people and places James described actually existed. And remember those G.I. Joe dolls that James named? Turns out 3 men with the same names, first and last, served on the Natoma and were killed in action. James said they greeted him in heaven after his crash.
I'd always asked him, do you remember what your name was? And he always said James. But his name is James.
Yes, there was a Jim Houston.
It's a big video. I will share later. You can see. This actually he remembered his previous birth, how he died, everything he narrates. He told also where they fell down, what it all happened. So you can see here that even science also believing reincarnation. So if he remembered his previous life means, what is the similarities in the previous birth and this birth? Means previous body and this body. Both are different. He took birth somewhere, now he took some birth somewhere. So how you could able to understand? What is the reason? Yeah. Means just to prove the existence of the soul. This another one study. Her name is Sukla, who remembered her previous life. So in his previous life, she was, you can see that one big woman behind. So see what happened? She died, I think snake bite and something. So she had one small baby. Her name was Meenu. So what this child started doing, when after she took birth in some months, some years only, she took a doll and started telling Meenu, 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 started telling. So the parents thought, okay, say something playing, but from where this name all she is telling, don't know. So gradually she started telling, I want to go to my home. Parents saying, where is your home? This is your home. And she told, no, I have different husband. I want to meet my daughter. Generally, mother is so much affectionate to the small child. The Meenu was small child. So I want to meet my Meenu. Please take me. So she was so much forcing. And when they were not taking seriously, then she told, she became little grown up. If you don't take me, I will run away. Then they took serious. What is this? Then that her father inquired, is there any space so and so? Yes, there is a space in that place. He was working in railways. Then he took that small girl. As soon as she got down, she started leading the way. We should go like this. And she went to that home exactly, and she pointed out everyone. And when old person was there, she was showing a sign because she was her husband. A small child, husband was an old man. And when a woman was there, she went and embraced Meenu. A small child is telling, you are my daughter. And she is such a big woman. Is what they went to that village. And she pointed out everyone. There like this, so many case studies are there. Who this Ian Stevenson has done. If you want, you can Google also. So there are so many philosophers also agreed that reincarnation is like one we will read. Socrates says, I am confident that there truly is such a thing as living again, and the living spring from the dirt. So once Prabhupada met the Ford, the chairman of the Ford, he met him. So he asked a question to Srila Prabhupada. Swamiji, I think our body is just a complex machine that gets worn out and crashes. Why should we bother about some soul powering the body? So is why we should bother about the soul. So Prabhupada gave a nice answer. Thus, he is a Ford chairman, right? He told about the example, car example he gave. Does Ford car does your car or computer grow? No. Do you have a male and female car that can unite and produce a baby car? Like you put two car, can you produce another car? No. A living body undergoes 6 changes that we saw previous classes, whereas matter just deprecates. So don't, body anyhow is going to die. So we have to give importance to the soul. So his question was, why you are bothering about the soul? Why are you giving importance to the soul? Give importance to the body. No, no. Soul is the main thing. Because of the presence of the soul, like see how powerful. No science can create. Put two car. Like I want one more laptop. Put two laptop, and I will get one palm top. Not possible. Or tab, or mobile. Nothing possibilities. But we are doing. We are giving importance to the body only. That's why we are not happy. We will see in our next argument. No happiness, right? The first argument is going on. We will discuss there what is happiness, how to get happiness. Okay, this is over now. This sloka. Next sloka. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledayanti apo, na sosayati maruta. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapons, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. So as I told you already, actually those days, nowadays we have only weapon which is made of earth. You know, everything is made of earth like chaku, gun, even missiles, whatever it is made of earth. But there were in those days weapon with fire also. You might have seen in movie. They will Arjuna will be putting some fire will be coming, rain will be coming. Yeah, now also we can see wind weapon is there, right? Hurricane. This wind will come so much. Here it is not there much. You can see in desert like Rajasthan, all those area this will come. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ? कहीं तूफान. So cyclone वो इतना हवा आते हैं उस समय. उसको कैटरीना वैसा बोलते हैं ना यूएस साइड. Whenever such a wind comes, tornado, correct. Like fire, like this different weapons are there. We know only the earth weapon because we are so advanced, right? We don't know other weapons. That's what I am telling sarcastically. We feel that I am advanced, we know everything, but we cannot stop death. So again, the same thing is told again and again. The purpose of telling the same thing again and again is we should not forget. We should remember it. Once a person questioned our one sadhu, one devotee that why same thing given again and again? What is the need? Because you will not understand. You will forget. What are you telling? Then he asked, will you smoke? Yeah, I will smoke. Remove. Then he said, I think sadhu is going to smoke now. Let us give him one. So he gave the box. He said, I am not going to smoke. What is written? Smoking is injurious to health. Have you read it? Yeah, many times. Then he said, now you understood? It is written and you are seeing, reading it, and still you are smoking. So even you are seeing again and again, you are not caring. That's why Slok Shastra also telling again and again, same thing. Then only we will at least give little importance to the soul. थोड़ा भी देंगे भी वो बहुत. We will see in further slokas. Swalpam api asya dharmatya trayate mahotobhay. Little endeavor you do for the soul, it is going to protect you from big danger. Swalpam, little. Swalpam means little. We have that tendency of forgetfulness. Now we are hearing, we may think, I should do some chanting. Here the feeling will come. As soon as we go out, keep the bag aside, forget, and then watch mobile, movie, everything, forget. So the forgetfulness is the curse in this Kali Yuga. जो भी सुनते ना अच्छा चीज भूल जाते बुरा चीज भूलते नहीं. That is the curse in this Kali Yuga. That's why again and again. That's why we have the sadhana. Sadhana means practice. That's why it is given daily. Like this is food for the soul. Daily we will eat or weekly once we will eat? Daily we will eat. Daily 3 times we will eat. Not one time. सुबह दोपहर कभी भी 4-5 बार भी हो जाते पार्टी ये बीच में भी कुछ तो चलता रहता. दैट इज फूड फॉर बॉडी. हम कितना ख्याल रखे शरीर के लिए, कितना जरूरत है खाना पीना फिर सब कुछ. वैसे सोल के लिए भी है. That is what sadhana. Reading Prabhupada books, hearing, like hearing we are doing now, and then chanting, which is very important. These things should be done. That is the food for soul. Then the soul will become stronger. Then we will forget about bodily things. Otherwise, we will go behind body, 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 and we'll get another body. So much we are going behind. Take a next body. So keep takes. So here, gross elements cannot destroy the subtle element. Like here, all these things you see: earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is all gross element. This body is made up. This gross body, right? This gross body is made up of these elements only. It cannot destroy the subtle elements. Soul is subtlest. Subtle मतलब देख नहीं सकते. So it is सूक्ष्म शरीर. ये स्थूल शरीर. तो सूक्ष्म शरीर बहुत सूक्ष्म में एकदम subtlest is the soul. So you cannot kill. So Krishna is why he is telling is you cannot kill the soul with your weapons. Because Arjuna had all these weapons. He had sword, this weapon, and then he had his fire weapon also. He can invoke the mantra of fire and he can burn it. There is the arrow is the same arrow. The mantra is there. Like this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is such a big weapon. It can destroy all the material desires. Okay. Here other thing we can see, Prabhupada writes that people says that we will become God. So we will become one with God. These Mayavadi philosophies are there. After hearing Krishna, Arjuna remained devotee. Krishna remained God only. लोग बोलते ना हम अभी अज्ञान में है, ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के बाद हम भगवान बन जाएंगे. नहीं. Krishna was Krishna is Lord only. Arjuna was devotee one. No. Lord is Lord. God is God. Human is human. If he thinks he is God, then he is dog. The soul always individual only. The soul always remains individual. It doesn't become God or he merges with the God. The two parrot we saw, right? Like a green parrot is entering into a green tree. It lost its individual or it remains. Understanding? A green tree is there, so much greenery. And two green parrots are one parrot is entering. So it lost its individual. The green parrot is still there, but it appears like parrot is not there because green dikhta hai sab kuch. Similarly, the individuality is always there. You cannot become God. Okay, the individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither burned nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. So, almost. Soul is unbreakable and insoluble. Insoluble means salt you put in water. It is soluble. So that is, you can mix. Sand you put, oil. So this is like, you cannot withered also it. Withered means, last श्लोका वैसा, drying it up. तो पानी डाल देंगे सूख जाएगा ना. ऐसा आत्मा को destruction ही नहीं है. That is what it is said there. Here the word sarvagata is given. You can see the third line. Nityam sarvagata stanur. Sarvagata means he is everywhere. Sarva, everything. You can see Lord everywhere. Means the living entity is everywhere. Inside water, what living entity is there? Huh? Aquatic. Inside water it is. In fire it is there. In those days when the doctor comes, they don't change the needle. You know, I don't know. In my days I have seen. They don't change the needle. They just clean with hot water and they consider now it became fresh. Then they will use that same needle to everyone. Like AIDS also will spread through this, I think. AIDS is not contagious, but through this type of blood transformation, in this all the blood. So then they understood. Even in fire also, the microbes, these viruses are there. हमको बोलते ना गर्म पानी करके पी लो. Of course, some kind of viruses will die, not all. That's why in sun planet also living entities are there. even sun god. Sun god is fire only, fire god. See, this body is made up of earth element is more in this body. So you can survive in earth. But for fish, water elements is more. That's why it can survive underwater. Ulta nahi hoega. Fish you can put in earth and put a human being in water, both will die. So like this, fire element is more in the sun god. There also sun planet, living entities are there. It is not we cannot live means no one can. Shastra says. That's why Shastra is true. That's why that reincarnation is true. So that's what this sloka is telling. The soul cannot be break. You cannot break it. You cannot soluble. And you cannot burn and dry it. And it is everlasting. Means it is permanent. It changes body, but it is still there. The same soul only. Okay. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. See how Krishna nicely telling. You understood? Knowing this, you should not. See, Atma is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Why are you worrying? Fight. So he's telling so many things in order to convince Arjuna to fight. So the soul is so much subtle. It cannot be seen. And no scientist have any device, some microscope or something to see the soul. Then how to understand the soul? Okay, from where you got all these examples? So there is three ways to get knowledge. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Sabda. Pratyaksha means using our sense and getting knowledge. For example, what is laptop? If you don't see laptop, can you understand? But if you see now I understood. Keys are there, monitor is there, camera, this all you can do. That is Pratyaksha Praman. Using your sense and then getting knowledge. That is Pratyaksha. But there is some defects. Actually, defects are there in our senses only. You know, right? We have seen already. I think you discussed earlier there. We have 4 defects, imperfect senses. You cannot see beyond some with a limitation. And we cannot hear between some range only you can hear. Like this example also we saw, right? नहीं वो क्या बोलते हैं थोड़ा बंद करेंगे that device which we use to chase away the rats क्या बोलते हो अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव उसको लगा देंगे ना चूहा को लगता है बहुत हवा जा रही है वाई 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 समथिंग उसको लगता है वो भाग जाते हैं बट हमको कुछ नहीं लगता है इतना बिकॉज आवर कैपेसिटी हियरिंग कैपेसिटी इज लेस उसको बहुत माइन्यूट है elephant also something so our senses are imperfect that's why so then how can we get proper knowledge through our senses so that Pratyaksha Praman fails then Anuman means guessing so guessing we know what will happen people they guess bracket will get failed so much money they put so guessing also like one wonderful example we can see is Darwin's theory so what he told no. He told that we came from monkey. So we came from monkey or what? Prabhupada says maybe his father will be monkey. So that is Anuman. He thought that cat and tiger you see similarities. Same kind of face, same ways working. So he thought cat became tiger. Cat became one day angry. So much angry it became. And slowly it became tiger. This was he written. If you read the book, he written this thing only. And then zebra became giraffe. Zebra was eating down. And one day it felt why I should eat down from down. I will try to eat from above the tree. So he tried to eat the grass from. So प्रयास किया उसका गला लंबा हो गया जिराफ बन गया. So it appears very stupidity. If you read the books, it is written. He written. Then whale became bear. It was open the mouth and it was moving here, there, here, there. It tries to go out, then it became bear and went out, started walking. So many Hanuman. But in some countries, they removed the theory. I don't know here he is existing or not. We have so much respect for him, still we are continuing. So this is Anuman Praman. That whatever we do, some experiment, let C equal to 0. Aapko physics. So this is let. That is guessing. We are just Anuman. So this always it will become also let. But what gives then proper knowledge? Which Praman? Shabda. Shabda Praman, the best example is if someone wants to know who is my father. So can we do this Pratyaksha and Anuman? Like Pratyaksha means, okay, now I will do test. What do you call DNA test? So how many people you will catch and do DNA test? Like the father gave child to son and he went to US. So how do you know where is he first of all? You will catch each and everyone. And DNA also, if you find out there are lakhs of crores of people are there. By the time you will find out whether I will survive or not, I don't. That many years it will take that much money. That is Pratyaksha Praman. Okay, let us see Anuman. I am black. Father also must be black. Can we say like this? I have curly hair. Father also should be have curly hair. That is Anuman. That's way. But the best way is Sabda Praman. What is the Sabda Praman here? Just ask mother. Who is father? That fellow is your father. Done. So this is what Guru will tell. This is what Shastra will tell. Shastra is the Sabda Praman. Shastra says there is something called soul, which is driving the body. Accept it. Shastra said reincarnation. Scientists have proven reincarnation is there. See, like this mental disease about mind, people, they psychiatrists so much trying. Finally, they are coming to scripture only. So they have to come to scripture only. Finally, if they want to know about mind, what is mind. They so much think and they try their Anuman and they will become mad after the and they have to go to another psychiatrist. But jada padai kya mein. But what is mind very nicely given. Why mind is so much chanchal? बहुत मन चंचल में रहते ना ये एक स्थिति पर नहीं रहते ये सोचते वो सोचते इधर करते वो करते पढ़ाई करते समय खाने के लिए सोचते खाते समय खेलने के लिए सोचते जो करने उधर नहीं रहते मन क्यों nobody knows we don't have control also can I say start now I am going to read माइंड इधर ही रहेगा होएगा इधर माइंड पढ़ाई करते रहे क्रिकेट में चल रहे मैंने कल एग्जाम भी है पढ़ाई भी करना है क्रिकेट देखने के लिए भी इच्छा है सो व्हाई because scripture says behind mind there is three modes who is controlling जेसीबी में देखा ये करेंगे उठाएगा ये निकलेगा so something like that three modes are there that we will see in future session we will see that okay now we are seeing that sabda praman is the highest one and many things we have to accept here also without even though you don't see like father have you seen by while taking birth only we have seen who is my father who married my mother I don't know we cannot see that of course somebody marries okay here it is given inconceivable so if something you cannot see inconceivable means cannot see or cannot understand then how by experiment you can understand it that's why science denies there is no soul they tried some liquid they turned something they may do but soul is not there finally they will come that's why accept the shastra scripture is given for us to assist us actually there's to go back means to stop the death we are changing na, from one word to stop that the scripture is going to but we don't accept what is truth we accept this science is always telling some lies this is good they will say then finally they will come and this creates some problem like they created car before they used to go to bullock cart or horse have you ever seen two bullock cart crashed and accident happen you cannot see but now cars you see such an amazing road everything made train so many problems there is problem also behind that but bullock cart horse we can understand two horses comes even the driver sleeps also horse will stop there is something is there I have to stop that is living entity you have seen sometimes so many mosquitoes flies were flying two flies are hitting each other and dying that is soul their consciousness is there they can knows how to go like bats you can see bats goes like this some places So people will say that you cannot see soul, then how you can see the God? People say, no, if you show me God, I will accept. You are not showing me a God, how can I accept? You cannot see yourself only. You are the soul. Can you see yourself? You cannot see yourself only. You cannot understand yourself, first of all. How can you understand God and how can you see God? But there is a method. Shastra says, how can you see God? You cannot see the soul with the material senses. See, with the material things, we cannot see the subtle things, first of all. The subtlest of subtle is soul. How can you see the soul, first of all? And you are claiming, I want to see God. That is the mistake. And it is said it is immutable. That's what we already discussed. Body changes, soul doesn't changes. So far, Krishna has explained from Shastric point of view. Next, where he explains from worldly point of view. Now, from Shastra, he gave so many examples, right? Like, I will show you one. We will discuss next week, but I am just showing one example. This 26 sloka. Is, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life is always born and dies. So Krishna is telling, okay, I will accept your thing. You think now soul is going to die. Then still what is the loss? Now he told soul is not going to die. You are not going to convince. Now we will think soul is going to die. For example, then why still you are crying? Like the body is made up of chemicals. Is anybody is going to cry if you have wasted some chemical? Like you bucket a bucket of chemical, गिर गया वो. अब बैठ के रोते बैठेंगे पूरा फैमिली को बुलाए कि वो बकेट को घूम के बैठे गिर गया वेस्ट हो गया. Nobody is going to cry this much. Of course some money wasted, little pain, fine, but we can buy it. So that's what now Krishna is going to say in different angle. Because I think some 4 more shloka is there. This first argument will be refuted. Then next argument we can go. Different dimension Krishna will explain. So far, do you have any question? We discussed until 25. Okay. If there is no question, we will stop here and we will chant one round.